Spelling and grammar, fonts, all irregular, sizing irregular. It's every day, multiple times a day for us. Please get it right. It's not difficult. There are spell checks there. There are other people that you can get to check your work before you post it or put an application out there. The 2-page CV myth. So I blogged on this last week, as you may have seen, and staggeringly for me that there were still recruiters trying to maintain that it has to be 2 pages, experienced recruiters. But for me, it's rubbish. It's a myth, and they've been sucked into the myth because, frankly, if you send your CV to any of them and it's 3 pages, they will still look at it. So be concise. Be, direct. Don't waffle, he says. But it doesn't have to be 2 pages. Explain the gaps. If there are gaps on your CV, explain them. Obviously, it doesn't need to be War and Peace. We don't need to know kind of how Thailand was when you went out for your East Asia traveling trip. But, make sure that all gaps are explained. And your profile at the top, well, this is probably the key bit because they all read the same. Make sure that they have something and all of it is specific to you. Make sure it's tailored to an application and make sure it's talking about what you offer specifically because, it's going to be about competitivity next year. It's going to be about, a market where loads of people are applying for jobs. And if your profile is the first thing that someone reads, you can say a lot about whether a profile is worth it, but if it's the first thing that someone reads, it has to be about you, it has to stand out, and it has to be factual. Take away the generalizations, guys, okay? Finally, little LinkedIn profile on your CV. Do it, okay? We all read CVs electronically these days, and a link to a LinkedIn profile is absolutely worth it. And I'll come back and talk about LinkedIn profiles later this week. But stay safe, everyone. Hopefully that's helped. There are a billion different things we could say, but we tried to pick the concise ones. And come from me, that's tough. So we'll see you soon, and everyone stay safe.